I would say it's about like the last month before she was born. I was in and out of the hospital on really strict bed rest, and I remember 2 days before she was born, I was really upset, and the nurse walked in and said, "Today's a really great day." And I remember not understanding, you know, why it was such a great day, and she came in and said that today your baby is considered viable because she's 23 weeks. And 2 days later, it was like something right out of the movies. We were running down the hallway for an emergency C-section, and we never made it to the operating room because she was in such a rush to get here. And I have never seen so many people rush into a room the way all those doctors came in and nurses, and it was kind of one of those things where she was born and then they pulled the curtain aside, and I never got to see her after she was born. And she was born at only 23 weeks and 2 days. She weighed 1 pound 2 ounces. She was, I think, like 11.5 inches long. From the moment she was born, they were telling us that she had, you know, severely premature lungs, and then I think it was less than a week after she was born, she had her first surgery, and she was like less than a pound, and they were doing surgery on her intestines. And then, you know, she has a grade 4 brain bleed and premature lungs and intestinal issues, and pretty much every issue that a 23-weeker could have, Kylie has had and had to overcome, and for us it was never a question of whether or not we wanted to keep her alive. It was always do everything you can to keep her alive. And so I just think for parents, sometimes you get caught up in the statistics, and you kind of just got to put it aside and just know in your heart that you're doing the right thing.
Yeah, I think for us it was miracles happen every day, so why not her? Why not? She can overcome the odds, even if it's a 1% chance. Yeah, it sounds slim to most people, but to us we would say 1%, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Hey, we've heard worse odds. We've heard more than, you know, there's a less than a % chance she won't survive the night.
Can you say Kylie?
We were there for 200 days, so when you are in the hospital for 200 days, you really get close to the people who are taking care of your baby. And she had such amazing nurses and doctors, and many of them are still in her life today. Like, they come to birthday parties. They are even a part of our family team when we do our walks every year. A lot of the nurses and stuff, they come to support her. It was really, really hard on us, because even from the day she was born, we were trying to figure out what we were going to do with our son. And
he was so little, I don't think he remembers most of that, but then since then, going in and out of the hospital the last couple of years, I think that he kind of remembers. But he's, you know, like she said, he's been so good. He's gentle with her, and she loves her big brother, and so yeah, I think it was just nice that he won't remember the hardest parts.
Yeah. As the March of Dimes ambassador, we were really hoping that she could walk across the finish line this year for the first time, because the last 2 years she was too little, and so we would just have to push her across in the stroller. So this year, as the March of Dimes ambassador family, it was really, really nice to be able to hold her hands and walk her across the finish line. And there were, I remember there were a couple people standing to the side, you know, and cheering her on, and it was really nice.
When you're in the NICU, you don't realize how many other people are affected by this, and then also on top of that, how many people associate with the March of Dimes and try to help promote awareness and gain donations for funding. So I think that, to me, was the eye-opening part, that, wow, look at all these people all here for the same cause, to try to help little boys and girls like Kylie.
The things that we had heard about her when she was in the NICU and stuff, you know, would easily get you down, but you just gotta remember that she's here for a reason. I know we've always felt that she was here for a reason, and I don't know, I guess just don't ever give up.
Bye.